Imagine waking up every day feeling like you didn't sleep at all. Even after 8 hours in bed, your body feels heavier, your mood swings without reason, and despite eating very little, your weight keeps going up. These symptoms are common but often overlooked or misunderstood. The truth is, they may be connected to a condition that silently affects over 750 million people worldwide: hypothyroidism. In the first few seconds of this video, we want to sound an alarm. Hypothyroidism is not just a thyroid issue. It affects your heart, kidneys, brain, and even your fertility. And the worst part, it can go unnoticed for years before being diagnosed. Today, we'll take a deep dive into this disorder, understand its causes, the risks of improper treatment, and most importantly, what you can do starting now to live better with this condition. If you or someone you love experiences constant fatigue, unexplained weight gain, or struggles with symptoms like depression or constipation, this video could be a game changer. Hypothyroidism is a chronic condition in which the thyroid gland, located at the base of the neck, doesn't produce enough hormones to keep the body functioning properly. These hormones, T3 and T4, regulate metabolism, body temperature, heart rate, digestion, and even brain function. When they're lacking, the body literally slows down, and the consequences go far beyond just feeling tired. A study published by the American Thyroid Association reinforces that untreated hypothyroidism can lead to cardiovascular, neurological, reproductive, and even psychiatric complications. Despite the severity, there's good news. With proper treatment, it's possible to live well. The main pillar of treatment is levothyroxine, a synthetic hormone that replaces the T4 the body can't produce. When taken correctly, it controls the disease and restores quality of life. But here's the critical point. Taking levothyroxine is not like taking a painkiller or a basic supplement. The absorption of this hormone is extremely sensitive to various factors, especially diet and timing. Traditionally, doctors recommend taking levothyroxine in the morning, on an empty stomach, at least 30 minutes before breakfast. However, recent studies, such as those published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, show it's also effective when taken at night, provided it's at least 3 hours after the last meal. This can be an excellent alternative for people who struggle to keep a strict morning routine. The most important thing is consistency and ensuring your stomach is empty at the time of ingestion. Another commonly overlooked detail is the impact of certain foods on levothyroxine absorption. Substances found in coffee, milk, soy, papaya, and grapefruit can interfere with the hormone's effectiveness, even when taken at the correct time. This means that if you usually have coffee with milk right after your levothyroxine pill, you might be neutralizing part of the medication's effect. And this food interaction, over time, can cause fluctuations in hormone levels, resulting in hypothyroid symptoms even while under treatment. This kind of unintentional treatment failure is more common than most people realize and can lead to serious consequences. In the long term, poorly managed hypothyroidism can result in goiter, enlarged thyroid, heart problems, neuropathies, infertility, mental confusion, and in extreme cases, myxedema coma, a rare but potentially fatal complication. That's why, beyond just taking the medication, it's essential to understand and follow the specific instructions that come with using levothyroxine. So far, we've discussed what hypothyroidism is, its risks, and the importance of proper medication use. But what you eat daily can be just as crucial as the medication you take. Some foods have the power to completely sabotage your treatment, even if you're taking your meds correctly. This is the case with raw cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. They contain compounds called goitrogens that interfere with iodine uptake by the thyroid. While these vegetables are generally healthy, when consumed in excess and uncooked, they can be problematic for those with thyroid dysfunction. Another culprit is soy and its derivatives. Research shows that soy can reduce levothyroxine absorption in the gut and may have direct effects on thyroid function in sensitive individuals. For those taking synthetic hormones, it's best to avoid soy around the time of medication and consult your doctor about appropriate intake levels in your diet. And that's not all. Gluten can also be an issue, especially for people with Hashimoto's disease, one of the main causes of hypothyroidism. Even without celiac disease, Evidence suggests that gluten may aggravate the autoimmune response affecting the thyroid. Lastly, ultra-processed foods, loaded with unhealthy fats, sugar, additives, and sodium, not only harm metabolism, but also worsen hypothyroid symptoms like fatigue, weight gain, and constipation. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever struggled with the timing or method of taking levothyroxine? Or noticed that certain foods make your symptoms worse? Drop a comment. Your story might help someone else facing the same condition. If food can interfere with treatment, it can also be a powerful ally. And one of the most important moments of the day for people living with hypothyroidism is breakfast. Making the right food choices in the early hours of the day can help regulate metabolism, control weight, improve bowel function, and strengthen the immune system, particularly sensitive points for those dealing with this condition. Let's start with fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and tuna. These foods are rich in omega-3, a nutrient that helps reduce inflammation in the body and protect the cardiovascular system. They are also natural sources of iodine and selenium, two minerals essential for proper thyroid function. Studies show that selenium deficiency, for instance, is associated with worsening autoimmune thyroid diseases such as Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Another essential food group is nuts and seeds. Brazil nuts, walnuts, sunflower seeds, and others. When consumed in moderation, they help balance thyroid function and act as antioxidants, protecting cells from oxidative stress, which is common in people with hypothyroidism. Whole grains such as oats, quinoa, and whole wheat bread provide fiber, B-complex vitamins, and slow-releasing energy, ideal for dealing with fatigue and morning sluggishness. Fiber is especially important for relieving constipation, a frequent symptom in hypothyroid patients. Additionally, fiber helps control cholesterol, another risk factor increased by the condition. Fresh fruits and vegetables are also essential. Apples, strawberries, spinach, carrots, and avocados, for example, offer a powerful mix of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support hormonal balance, digestion, and weight management. Eating these foods daily boosts energy and can ease symptoms like dry skin and constant cold sensation. For those seeking a concentrated source of iodine and other minerals, seaweeds like nori and kombu are excellent options, provided they are consumed responsibly. Excessive iodine can also be harmful, especially for individuals with autoimmune thyroid diseases. Therefore, it's crucial to consult a nutritionist or endocrinologist before regularly including seaweed in your diet. Dairy products like natural yogurt and low-fat cheeses, as well as fortified plant-based milks, offer vitamin D, calcium, and probiotics, important allies for bone health and immune support. Vitamin D, in particular, plays a crucial role in immune regulation and is often found at low levels in people with thyroid disorders. Maintaining adequate levels of this nutrient is one of the strategies experts recommend to improve treatment response. Legumes such as lentils, chickpeas, and beans round out this ideal breakfast. They're rich in plant-based protein, fiber, and iron, nutrients that sustain energy throughout the day, support digestion, and promote healthy bowel movements. When paired with whole grains, they make for a balanced and highly nutritious meal. Even with all these healthy options, it's vital to remember that breakfast must be timed correctly in relation to levothyroxine intake. If the medication is taken in the morning, it's best to wait at least 30 to 60 minutes before eating. This ensures proper hormone absorption and avoids interactions that may reduce its effectiveness. For those who take the medication at night, breakfast can be more flexible, provided that the previous evening meal respected a minimum 3-hour gap. Beyond food, small daily habits make a significant difference for people living with hypothyroidism. Fighting fatigue, for example, isn't just about sleeping more, it's about sleeping better. Creating a sleep routine with regular hours and a dark, quiet environment improves sleep quality and reduces daytime tiredness. Short naps of 15 to 30 minutes can also be helpful when well planned. Another important tip is to stay warm, especially during colder seasons. A constant feeling of cold is a classic hypothyroid symptom caused by a slowed metabolism. Wearing appropriate clothing, using thermal layers, and even warm packs can bring comfort and improve overall well-being. Dry skin is also a common complaint and can be relieved with light moisturizers, preferably fragrance-free, which help protect the skin barrier without causing irritation. Internal hydration is equally important. Drinking enough water throughout the day contributes to skin health, supports digestion, and helps regulate body temperature. Speaking of digestion, increasing fiber intake combined with proper hydration is one of the most effective ways to relieve constipation. Foods like flaxseed, chia, dried prunes, and raw vegetables are excellent allies. And when it comes to weight control, regular physical activity can't be overlooked. Gentle walks, yoga, Pilates, or light strength training help speed up metabolism, build muscle, and improve mood, a double benefit for those managing both hypothyroidism and depression. Mental health, by the way, deserves special attention. Many people with hypothyroidism develop depressive or anxiety symptoms, especially when the condition is still unregulated. That's why, in addition to medical support, emotional care is key, whether through therapy, support groups, or activities that promote well-being and emotional balance. Finally, and most importantly, following the treatment as prescribed by your endocrinologist is the foundation of the entire process. Consistent use of levothyroxine, combined with healthy habits and regular medical follow-up, ensures hormonal stability and long-term quality of life. Understanding the impact of hypothyroidism on the body is essential so that the importance of well-managed treatment is not underestimated. When levothyroxine is not taken properly, whether due to forgetfulness, food interactions, frequent changes in timing, or even incorrect dosage adjustments, the body feels it. And it's not just about feeling more tired or gaining weight. The consequences can be serious, silent, and in many cases, irreversible. The first warning sign of ineffective treatment is often the persistence of classic symptoms: fatigue, dry skin, constipation, weight gain, irregular menstrual cycles, and mood changes. Over time, if hormone levels aren't stabilized, more serious health problems may arise. The heart, for instance, can suffer from increased cholesterol, arrhythmias, and even heart failure. The kidneys may lose their filtering capacity, leading to fluid retention and high blood pressure. The brain may slow down, showing signs of memory lapses, poor concentration, and mental fog, symptoms that are often mistaken for aging or stress. In women, the impact on fertility is considerable. Ovulation may be impaired, menstrual cycles become irregular, and in more advanced cases, there may be difficulty conceiving or maintaining a healthy pregnancy. Furthermore, when hypothyroidism is poorly controlled during pregnancy, there's a higher risk of miscarriage, premature birth, and developmental issues in the baby's nervous system. That's why adjusting the hormone dosage is crucial as soon as pregnancy is confirmed, or ideally before conception. In extreme and thankfully rare situations, hypothyroidism can evolve into what's known as myxedema coma. This is a medical emergency characterized by hypothermia, severe confusion, low blood pressure, carbon dioxide retention, and multi-organ failure. Most cases occur in elderly individuals with undiagnosed or untreated hypothyroidism, especially after infections, trauma, or the use of sedative medications. With all these risks in mind, the inevitable question is, when should I see an endocrinologist? The answer is simple. If you've been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, regular follow-up with a specialist is essential. However, there are specific moments that call for more detailed evaluations. If symptoms persist, even while taking medication, your dosage may need adjustment, or there may be dietary or absorption issues to investigate. The appearance of thyroid nodules, swelling in the neck, goiter, sudden weight changes, or menstrual irregularities are also signs that something may be wrong. Women who want to get pregnant or are already pregnant need strict control of thyroid hormone levels. The baby's brain development depends entirely on the mother's hormones during the first few months. Keeping levels within the ideal range is one of the best ways to ensure a healthy pregnancy. In cases of a family history of thyroid cancer, the presence of hard or fast-growing nodules, additional tests like ultrasound or biopsy may be required to rule out more serious diseases. It's important to remember that this follow-up doesn't need to be weekly or overly frequent. In most cases, blood work every 6 to 12 months is enough to maintain control. The key is consistency, following medical guidance, and reporting any changes in symptoms. We've reached the end of this content, and if you've made it this far, it's because you care about your health or someone else's. Hypothyroidism may be a chronic condition, but it doesn't have to be a burden. With the right treatment, conscious eating, and awareness of your body's signals, it's possible to live with quality, energy, and balance. Now tell me, have you been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, or do you know someone who has? What has been the biggest challenge in managing the condition? Share in the comments. Your experience might help others feel understood and less alone on this journey. If this video helped you in any way, give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. The right information can change lives, and you could be the reason someone else finds their way to better health.